Well, so I'm just super grateful to have you to work with about this issue.
Yeah.
So, being how do we help kind of the owner class, the Chinese Thais really,
Yeah.
that are really control the economy and a lot of other things in the country, but the churches welcoming, loving broken people is really hard for them.
Yeah.
Explain that. Why is that?
I think it depends on the Chinese churches that you go to.
Yeah, but
Okay.
in general, just sure, there's variation, but
Yeah.
in general, why do some or a lot of them have trouble?
Because so from my perspective is that being Christian or going to church is kind of a society.
Okay.
So when you go to church, so the picture of the people, both I would say both Christians and non-Christians, they're good people, and they dress well, they speak well, they have high education, so they are educated, which means going to church or being Christian is something that how would I describe it? You're not poor, I would say.
Yeah. So the question is, and that's what I wrote about in the newsletter, is like, how do we, we're praying for more upper class or not, again, whatever, more educated folks, right?
Yeah.
Folks that have either they have means or they have connections, know how. We need doctors, we need psychiatrists, we need teachers, we need all these folks, And the poor don't have social capital. The worst thing that, especially when they're so broken, it's like all they know are druggies, and stuff, and people that drink and lie. And it's like all we want to do is just connect them with healthy people.
Yeah.
And then the churches are like, eh.
Yeah. I would say there are few things that I can think of at the moment. One, because so in our culture, so it's shame honor culture. So going to church is an honor, that you have an honor to go to church because you with rich people, middle class people, and they call you brother and sister and friends, and when the word complacency, it's like you leave, it's like, oh, I don't have to, because we're already good, we're already great in the church. And then we don't have to reach out to, okay, let's say the poor people or broken people. That's a hard work.
Yeah. So
and again, it's about if you think of the formulas like 1 + 1 = 2, 2 + 2 = 4. Because working with the poor or broken people, it doesn't make sense if you are logical, if you're rational.
well, the little term we use all the time is transactional.
Yeah.
So that the owner class in Thailand are and this is a Chinese thing because everything is transactions.
Yeah. And
so they're thinking transactionally.
Yeah.
In other words, if we're going to bring these people in, they're not going to give us anything. They're only going to take.
Yeah. And another thing for me, I would say that it's about experiencing. Although I am sure that there's some people in the church who like to explore and learn to work with.
Okay.
I mean, in the social work area, I always believe that because I have seen that.
Of course.
Okay, but
that's good.
But they don't know where to go or how to do
pointing them the way.
Or if they want to do it, and because the gravity of the church.
Yes.
I would say, I use the word the gravity.
Well, sure, that's a good
of the
word.
church. That I feel safe being with these people, and they help me if I do something different. Or what would they think of me? So that kind of stuff. So that gravity is like holding them back.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So, okay. Well, and then this one church that I won't name, but where we hang out a lot, it's kind of funny where you can drive in and there's the security guard at the door,
Yeah.
and well, maybe that's appropriate because there are some rougher people in the neighborhood, but still, it is a barrier, and so you get the idea of a cloister. It's a compound.
Yeah.
It's a safe compound from this ugly world outside.
Yeah, but I think I can, so up to this point, I can say that if there's one pastor or if there's one member at the church who is determined or willing to work in this area, I mean, working with the hurting people, the poor, the broken, and if they stand strong, the church will change.
Yeah. And so basically what you're doing in meeting with people is you're looking for those folks.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. And then your goal is to support them, and yeah, that's awesome.
Because I think what those churches need is one leader.
Yeah, right.
It can be from the bottom or from the top.
Yeah.
And I mean, just show them this is what it looks like. It's not dangerous like you think.
Right, exactly. So I did write about the one woman that told you about her change of heart.
Yeah.
Just why don't you just
because
what did she say to you?
Yeah, she told me that in the past, she thought that she couldn't do this job. She didn't embrace the women.
Well, she looked down on them.
Yeah.
She looked down on them.
Because she never experienced them. She never talked with them. But once she experienced, she had that experience.
Okay.
It changed her mind.
Yes.
And now she felt guilty for her church.
Okay.
And she wants her church to think the same.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and she said she do anything. She do everything to help the church.
Yeah.
But she said it's
going to take a while.
Yeah, take a while. It's very difficult job.
Yeah. But okay, we got one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So praise God.
And so that comes with the one big problem that I think of is trust. It's about trust.
Yeah. Who trusting who? People trusting God, trusting.
Because people, they don't trust in what the job that you and I are doing.
They don't trust us?
Because they don't know us more enough, better enough.
Okay.
But once, I think when they know us more and
so
better.
All right.
So
that's interesting.
Working in this culture is about trust.
Yeah. Okay.
It's about building trust.
Yeah.
And building trust, and then they believe in you.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's being patient and spending time and going hanging out, and that's what you're doing. So okay.
And we can expect God's intervention. That God can do it immediately.
Yeah.
But for our job, I think just keep working.
Yeah. Okay. So hey, if you're listening, please pray for Addy. Pray for God's anointing and for leading him, and then for divine appointments, that people would continue coming forward, that we would find those, you could call it a person of peace type thing, that we would find more of those, more like this woman and stuff. So there's a few,
And also with can I talk about Nam Ninh Gao Church?
Okay, put in a plug for Nam Ninh Gao Church.
So right now we are partnering with Church of Christ in Thailand, District 25.
With kind of a denomination. Or a
so
network, a Baptist network.
That's the first big step for us to get to know other pastors and the churches, especially Chinese churches.
Okay. And so in this group, about how many churches? Few dozen?
Over 100 churches.
Over 100 churches. So you've got an opportunity then to be connecting with them and sharing that message and meeting them.
Yeah, and hopefully with other denominations of Church of Christ in Thailand as well.
So this is big. We would really like to see this happen. And what we believe is God's plan. So, and the time, and praying that this is the time.
Yeah.
So, all right. Amen. Okay.